Here we'll get this lesion site all cleaned up so we can get a much better view of the lesion itself and know where to cut when I'm removing any more of this loose horn. The original lesion was a white line lesion way out on this outside edge that I'm notching out here. That itself has basically healed, but what it did is in the meantime allowed, when that corium was open, allowed dermatitis to get in there, and it actually colonized and created, now what we have is basically a new lesion moving toward the inner part of the foot, and that's the part that we need to get healed up at this point. Whenever I'm trimming around an active lesion, what I'm trying to do is remove any of the loose hoof that's actually around that lesion site. What you're going to see on this trim is right now I'm working on that older white line lesion that has healed, but there's some underrun there. So what I'm trying to do is open that up so that other things don't get impacted in there. But as I start working up now toward the active hairy attack lesion, what I'm doing here is just getting it away from the actual lesion itself. There's going to be some loose hoof left, and if you've watched some of my other trims, I don't get too particular about loose horn and other once I get away from the actual lesion, because no matter how meticulous you are at this point, come recheck day, there's going to be more hoof that's going to release anyway. So what I want to do is get it around the lesion. And the reason we remove loose hoof from around the lesion, why that's so important, is we don't want that loose hoof to irritate that active lesion and keep it from healing. Loose horn that's around, some already developed hoof is not gonna cause a problem. And like I said, if you watch other hoof trimmers on YouTube, you'll notice that regardless of how meticulous they are at this initial trim, when it comes to the recheck and looking at these lesions again, there's always loose hoof to remove again. That yellowish horn you see right around the lesion here is not loose. That is actually new sole that has formed. It just hasn't fully